Unfortunately, some of us have to go through the worst of the worst in order to raise our standards. So now's the time. It's not that I don't want you here. What's up, babes? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your very first time here, my name is Maya, and this video is all about raising your standards. Now that we are elevating our lives, becoming our best versions, we don't tolerate no stuff. Thank you so much to Bumble for sponsoring today's vloggy vlog. And honestly, y'all, I've been crazy busy, so I didn't have time to do a full weekly vlog this week. But we are about to just get ready. It is date night with a different person than last time. Do our makeup, choose an outfit, do all the things, and kiki about why these men can no longer reach us because our standards are too high and we're too good for them. Joking, but not joking. So first things first, we need to choose an outfit for date night. I have no idea what I want to wear. So let's figure it out together. Okay, girls, so if you watched my last date video, I will link for you right here if you did not catch it. I talked about how on first dates, because this is another first date, how I like to be myself. I don't like to go buy new clothes, do different makeup looks. Like, no, you're gonna get me on day one. We gotta figure out what we're gonna wear. It is another dinner date. So I'm trying to determine how we wanna look. Oh, I could wear this dress, but then my legs would be out. But it's okay for the legs to be out, right? Hi, Dior. It's okay for the legs to be out. It's not super short. Yeah, I like to keep it classy. But this is like, I don't know. It makes up for it because it's long sleeve and then it's like the draped neck, you know? Yes, no, maybe so. We can try her on and we'll see. She's option one. So option number two, I think we're gonna go all black. I have this Zara top that also has like the draped neck. It's a little lower, but it doesn't show any cleavage. And then a satin skirt. So I think those are our two options. It's a very cute not formal, but it's a very nice place. Dinner date. So those are our options. So y'all, I met this dude on Bumble. Thank you again to Bumble for sponsoring today's video. One thing that annoys me sometimes on dating sites is when the men they come at you sideways. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they match with you and they don't say nothing. And then sometimes they come at you sideways and it's freaking annoying. It's like, I hate that I matched with you in the first place. So get off my line. What I love about Bumble though, is that you, as in we, women, you, we can make our move on Bumble. So I'm gonna pop up my Bumble profile right here so y'all can see how cute your girl is looking on Bumble. Oh, I just opened up and seen me somebody fine. Okay, that's not the point. Oh no! And I accidentally super swiped them. That was an accident. Okay. Back to what we're talking about. This is my Bumble profile. I love that Bumble allows you to, like I said, make your move. If you're unfamiliar with Bumble, you as the woman are able to reach out first. And you have 24 hours to do so once you match with someone. So the men are just in there waiting for your attention, and I love that for me. But on my profile, I think I got some really cute pictures, some variety, showing kind of who I am, what I like to do. And I think it's a very good representation of who I am. But another thing that I absolutely love about Bumble, especially now that I'm really focused on elevating and being my best version, ain't no man finna come up in my space and waste my time. It's not gonna happen. So when you're on Bumble Premium, you got extra perks. You have an option that's called advanced filters. But I love the advanced filters because I can decide specifically the type of man that I would like to meet. Now, of course, it don't tell us nothing about, you know, the personality and all the things we'll get into once we meet in person. But at least it gives us a nice little standard of who it is that we want to talk to and spend our time with, so that we don't waste no time. Also on Bumble Premium, you can see everyone who likes you. So sis, if you have anxiety when it comes to online dating, you don't know where to start, definitely give Bumble a try. There is a link in the description to download Bumble on your phone today. So make sure you guys click that. But I think it's great when the power's in our hands to make the move, because a lot of these men, if they do come at you and they do say something first, it be real dry. But when the power is in our hands and we can make the move, we also have the power to vet based on how this person is responding. And I love that for us. Like I said, make sure you guys hit the link in my description to download Bumble. And girl, let's go talk about raising these standards. All right, girls. So there are so many things that are a standard for me now that was not a standard for me before I got married. Unfortunately, some of us did not have very strong father figures in our lives to be able to learn some of the yes and no's, do's and don'ts of dating and choosing a partner. So unfortunately, I was one of the people who had to go through the trenches and the bad situations in order to truly raise my standards. So I pretty much just wanted to hit on some of the standards that I have for myself that I felt like maybe wasn't a big deal, or I never really thought about it until I got in a bad situation. I mentioned this in the last video, but I wholeheartedly believe that as women, especially women who have built themselves up and you have a lot to lose, you should not be dating down. The person walking into our lives should 100% add to our lives, not take away from it. And when you date down, I know now from experience, it does take away from your life. Now, when I was experiencing this, I didn't know no better. So I was very optimistic, very, oh, it's fine, it's gonna be okay, because I never knew anything different. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't know anything different. I'm making it my thing to date now men who have more than me, but before this, I've never dated anyone who had more than me. So even though I would get advice about it, it wasn't something that I was hard up on or I really cared when people told me to do it, because it's like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, I'm being supportive, because that's what they'll tell you you're doing. Everyone struggles or has that season of a hard time, you know, that was my thing. And while that's true, you are not a bad person if you don't want to date someone who has less than you, period. Now, what this looks like is different for all of us because all of us have different amounts of money, different careers, and also some of us are building. And if you are building, sis, that's fine. You can get with the builder. Like, get someone who's on your level, period, point blank, regardless of what that level is. So that is a hard standard for me in this season of my life. And I think that any woman who is intentionally leveling up, that should be a standard for you too, girl. So I want my skin to look like skin today, y'all. So I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop today. This is in the shade 21. So another standard that I have now that I honestly didn't even think about before when I was out in the dating world, because sometimes you just don't know until you know, that is that I need a man that I can look up to and that I can learn from. But this part, also, I would be okay mirroring the essence of who he is, because that's what happens when you get into a relationship or you spend an extended amount of time with someone. You start to act like that person. You start to mirror some of their behaviors, especially if you're having sex. Now the soul ties are all up in there, and now, you know, things are happening. And you are connected in ways like spiritually, and that's how that happens. You know how people be together for a long time and they start looking like each other? Like, that's a real thing. Because there's no way all of us have experienced that and don't know each other. Like, this is a real thing. But this is not something that I thought about before my last couple of relationships. Like, honestly, I just flat out didn't think about this as a standard for myself. And just disclaimer, y'all, in case you didn't watch the last video, I'm not dating to be nothing serious. Even last time I said something about having a timeline that I wanted, that I would be in a relationship next year, I take that back. Because after some of the comments that I got, it really got me thinking. And I'm like, you know what, Jesus, I want what you have for me. And I think that whatever timeline you have for me, that's what you have for me, even if it's in 5 years from now. Apparently, my energy should be going somewhere else right now, and that's cool. But I'm just like playing the field, dating, learning, getting fine-tuned as a woman type of vibe. So that's what's happening in my dating life, side note. But like I said, it's just not something that I thought about before. Like, it just didn't cross my mind that, hey, the person that you're with, you could start being like this person. Are you okay with that? Are you cool if their habits and their spirit and their essence rubbed off on you? Because if we're leveling up and we got our stuff together, we got it going on, we're on top of our stuff, we're organized, we're timely, and then we get with a procrastinator. Or we get with someone who has a negative spirit most of the time, very pessimistic. That's not just some, oh, well, it's okay, I'm the positive one in the relationship. No. 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 I'm laughing because I was that girl. Like, I was the one to be like, oh, it's, you know, it's cool. I'm not crazy about that about him, but I can be this for both of us. Thank the Lord for growth. That's all I have to say. But especially for those of us who understand how God designed things to be, the man is the head. That is the covering over you, whether you like it or not, regardless of how your situation is set up. More than likely, it's going to be his qualities that's going to rub off on you because he's the head. So even if you're the breadwinner, even if you feel like you kind of have more of the authority, he's the man, period. That's just how God made things to be. I promise you, you will take more of his qualities than he would take yours. And flat out, it's just not good when that happens in a negative way. It can be great in a positive way if you get someone who is optimistic, someone who's a hard worker, someone who is positive. Like, that's wonderful to have something to rub off on. But now I'm aware that that's a thing. And if you don't have these great qualities about yourself, that I would not be happy if it was on me, we don't have nothing to talk about. We don't have anything to talk about. The second part of that is having someone that I can look up to as a woman, so I can actually be in my feminine energy and receive what it is that you want to teach me, what you want to pour into me. What do you know that can help me? Now, yes, me as a woman, I am designed to be a support. So I give you the ideas you can't think of. I see the little things that you can't see. You know, men just, it's a little simple sometimes. But if you're a man, you're a masculine man, you got your stuff together, baby, teach me. Tell me something. Lead me, sir. I shouldn't be the only one with knowledge. I'm just saying. The next one's gonna sound very obvious, but it's something that I have been guilty of in the past of not doing. And this one is, I gotta like you. I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain. It is a standard for me now that I have to be in love with you, who you are. Not worried about you liking me. Because sometimes when we're focused on, let me make sure he likes me, make sure that I'm wearing this or doing this thing or acting this way so that he likes me, it takes the focus off of if you even like him. Like, I've been guilty of not really focusing on if this is really a great guy or if the conversation was great because I'm funny. You know, like, really be honest with myself and look at the situation for what it is, the facts. Like, are you really great or am I great? Now, sometimes the guy is great, of course, but sometimes he's not. It's you, sis. You're an amazing catch. He is just great at, feeding off of energy and having a conversation based on you starting it. But I'm realizing it's so important to really, really pay attention. Let a man talk. Like, he'll tell you, of course he'll show you, because I messed that up before. He'll show you who he is for sure through his actions eventually. But if you let somebody talk long enough, they can't hide it. Like, they can't. We can't hide it. Like, nobody can hide who they are if you let them talk long enough and you really have the ears to listen. Men who I had bad experiences with down the line definitely told me who they were. And I just did not listen. My ex that I was with before my ex-husband, which was 4 years ago now, on our second date, this man told me, he said, yeah, I take a while to open up. It's gonna take me a second to open up and to really let you in and to really be vulnerable with you. But if you give me all of you, if you be who you are, pour into me, love on me, and give me all of you, eventually I'll get there. I was with this man for almost 4 years. It took me 3 months to tell him I love him. He didn't say it till over 2 years in. It was crazy. It was insane, y'all. Like, and even then, he tried to like put me on a schedule of when we were allowed to say it, girl. It was wild. Okay. And it ended up ending because I was like, this is gonna be a no for me. Like, I'm giving you everything I got and I'm getting absolutely nothing. It's like you're trying to do the bare minimum just to keep me around. But the thing is, he told me exactly who he was on a second date. But I had the mindset of, oh, it's fine. I know that I can love on you and I can give you this and give you that and you're gonna get there because I'm a great person. And also he had like other great qualities. So I'm focusing on those great qualities while ignoring some of the things that maybe I saw as minimal, but they really were huge. And I really was operating from a lack mindset because those little things that were great about him were like, I need. So it's fine if you don't have this. But no, I need this and I need this. So I'm so happy to get something I've never had that I'm accepting something that's absolutely horrible and making excuses on why it's fine. And I'm done with that mindset. I see now that that's the kind of mindset that will 100% keep us in the wrong situations and accepting way less than what we deserve. And that's the opposite of elevation. Next, y'all, if this man does not know God, it's gonna be a no for me. It's gonna be a heavy no for me. Like, that is one of the first things that I ask is, how is your relationship with God? And based on how they respond to that, will tell me what I need to know, probably. Even though right now I am not dating for anything serious, I know how relationships and love can work. If I'm not choosy about who I'm spending my time with right now, I could get trapped with the wrong person. Even if, you know, I'm staying on top of my standards and not letting it go too far or whatever, if I'm still giving you my time, I can fall in love with you. Period. And I know myself. I be falling in love. So I'm not about to allow the wrong energy around me, in my space, any of that, even though I'm not trying to be serious. And the top thing on that list is your relationship with God. I need a man who's gonna lead me in that direction. That's where I am in my journey. And as I elevate, I wanna get stronger in that. So I need a man who's even stronger than me to pour into me. Because where you gonna lead me to eventually if you not being led in the right direction? The next thing, y'all, is that my boundaries are non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. I have found myself in the past negotiating my boundaries with people, which makes them not a boundary. It takes away the standard definition. Like, it's no longer a standard of yours or a boundary because you can be talked out of it. And that has been me, if I'm being completely honest. And now in my life, I've gone through enough to know what I do and do not want and what boundaries I need to set to get what I don't want. And that for me just came from experience. I mean, I am 34 years old. I've been through some things. But I've had many men, you know, once I tell them I have a standard or a boundary, or they realize it, maybe not tell them, like I stand on something and say no to something that they want me to do. Then suddenly they're trying to convince me, or they want to have a conversation about it. Why do you believe that? I just want to pick your mind and maybe give you another perspective. No, sir. We don't talk about these things. This is not a debate. I cannot be convinced. This is not a conversation. And there's no negotiation. My standards are my standards. My boundaries are my boundaries. I don't have to tell you why. And I also don't have to convince you to be okay with it. And I also don't have to allow you to have an opinion on it and for this to turn into a debate. It is what it is, sir. Please move along. I'm just not the woman for you. So many men will try to make you the woman that they want when they can just move on and find somebody else. Sir, it's fine if we're not compatible. Like, we're just not compatible, and that's okay. But, you know, a lot of them can't take rejection. Poor little tink tinks. Also, I have mentioned before how I don't really like to ghost people. Like, I don't have any problem being like, hey, this is not working for me. But a lot of men sometimes ask why. They want to know the reason. And now I am just not very interested in giving you a reason. Not that I don't want to share with you. Like, I don't mind telling you. But the problem is most of them want to know so that it can continue conversation and they can defend themselves and try to convince you that it's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that is a way of manipulating and talking you out of your boundaries. So now in this season, I'm not too crazy about telling the reason why I'm not interested, because you cannot convince me. This is not a conversation. I see it. We ain't gonna talk about it. I have a boundary and I'm gonna stand on it. I have a standard. I'm gonna stand on it. And sir, you just don't fit the bill. What do you want me to say? I feel like if I'm gonna say that I have a boundary, it has to be a boundary. Meaning that you do it, you get cut off. You wanna do this with me, but I don't do it, you're gonna get cut off. Period. Because if we're talking about it, you might as well have no boundaries. I'm probably gonna do just a basic lipstick since the eyes are doing some things. I wanna keep it very basic on the lip. It's really all about balance, and this is a makeup look that I would do regularly. It's just like a slight bit glam because I don't like doing the most on dates, like especially first dates. You're gonna get me. This is who I am. This is how you probably will see me looking regularly sometimes. Maybe not always with the eyeshadow, but this is me. Take it or leave it, baby. So let's go and get dressed because I got one more to share with y'all. Okay, so I changed my mind about the lip. I decided to put on a liner. I put on my lip snatcher from one size and then I did Madeline in the middle. Very natural, neutral lip, not no big deal. Still giving the balance, not a lot, you know. So y'all, I'm leaning towards this one. We're gonna try on both and see which one we like the most while I tell y'all my last thing. So let's try this one on first. And not last as in this is all the standards I have. This is just what I wanted to talk to y'all about in this video. At this point in my life, celibacy is the most important thing to me. I don't know about you, girl, but if you're like elevating, getting better and all the things, there is peace. There is so much peace in knowing that you're not pregnant, and knowing that you are healthy, and knowing that you're not emotionally attached to a man that is toxic because that part is good. There is a freeing feeling that comes with that, especially when your mind is on other things and trying to get your life together in other ways. And then, of course, also, I'm a Christian woman and I want the Lord to be pleased with me. So there have been times where I would say I'm celibate, right? But then I would put myself in situations where being celibate is not the best thing if you're in that situation. I would be making it harder on myself. Like, for example, when I was engaged, we went out of the country and shared the same rooms, all of that made it hard for me to stay celibate. Or in general, while I'm dating, like if I'm up on the phone too late at night, or if we are going to each other's houses and putting ourselves in that vulnerable spot where we're alone. Child, I cannot get this. I have to pull it down a little bit there and then grab it. There we go. So going to each other's houses in general, and then also just being out too late at night. Like, this is a standard for me because those are things now that I will not do. We not going on vacation and we ain't married because I already know that that's gonna be hard for me. Ooh, I might be changing my mind, y'all. It's black. I already know that that's going to be hard for me. And then also, I'm not coming to your house. You're not coming to my house. I'm not gonna be up out with you at 2 a.m. Like, those are standards of mine. It's gonna be a no for me. Y'all, I love this. I love this. Very simple, black, sexy, but covered. I like to show the body without showing the body, you know? So you can't see a whole lot of skin, but you can still get the sexiness, the femininity, the vibes. I love this. Okay, so this is option one. Yeah, we like it, we like it. You like it, Dior? Does this look cute? Let's try on the other dress real quick and see if we like that. So I am 100% unable to be convinced about any of those rules. And I'm so glad that now that I am dating around a little bit, that I've already set those rules for myself. Like, I'm very intentional about the list that I have for myself that I know I do not want to break. Because they are promises to me, to my journey, to my growth. Ooh, Oh yeah, y'all, this might be a little short. Hold up. I need a mirror here. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to wear this. I have to wait until I got rid of, okay, I did it. I did it. Okay, so this skirt is a little short. Now, if I keep it down, it does hit my fingertips, but it's very sexy, but very sophisticated, you know? Oh, now I'm confused. Which one do I want to wear? Ah! Either way, I'm gonna wear my black steep matins. I've been wearing the heck out of those because they're the only good black strappy heels that I got right now. So that would probably my YSL wallet on chain. But what do we think about this? If we pull it down, it's not giving too short. What do we think? Because I'm really big on making sure I'm looking classy. And I think this is classy. I don't think it's too much leg. Because it's a great balance. I think we're gonna go with this one. I have not worn this since my solo trip to New York in September. And I feel cute. I feel real cute. And I thought I gained a little weight, but apparently maybe I didn't because this fits just like it did then. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get all the accessories and the fragrance and all the things. So this is a very classy dress. Even though it's short, it's still very classy. So I'm gonna go with like some very small studs. Not studs, child. What are these? Hoops. But they're very like understated. They're very clean and classy. Yeah. I'm gonna do just a couple very dainty rings because I want to keep with the vibe of the dress, which is just very pulled together, very clean and classy. So very skinny rings. And I'm just gonna put on maybe 3 of them and just call it that. One on the thumb and one on those fingers. I'm gonna wear my Very Good Girl fragrance tonight. This is a really good like nighttime scent to me. I love this dress. I love it. I love it. I hope I don't have to keep pulling it down though. Dior, what are you doing? I'm gonna grab my shoes because we're gonna put these on downstairs. Grab my bag. We got everything that we need, and then we can see the full body. Oh, let's not be ashy. I had took a shower before we did makeup and stuff, before I even started filming. So I also straightened my hair, so we did a straight look for the dates. And this is the body oil from Keys Soul Care. It is such an amazing oil. I definitely think this is giving woman with high standards. Let's go downstairs and see the full look. All right, y'all, so we are about to go. I got my full outfit on with the shoes. Let me back y'all up so you can see. So yeah, this is how we're looking. I love it. I feel very cute and classy in this outfit. I think we look good. What do you think, Dior? How do we look? I do feel like I keep having to pull the dress down. I'm not crazy about that, especially when I'm out on a date. Like, I want to feel very secure and not like tugging at my clothes, but I feel very comfortable in it. It's just, I don't want it to be too short, but good thing we'll be sitting down most of the time and it won't matter. So I'm about to take my pics so we can get up out of here, y'all. Don't forget to click the link in my description to download Bumble. Make sure y'all keep them standards high. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, girl.